I'm curious generally. So when you get a submission, what's your order here? Are you looking query letter pages, pages query letter? Like what's your process?
Yeah, it depends a little bit on the submission itself, and I actually made notes about this specific submission too, about how I would do it with this one
Oh,
because
cool.
they're not all the same.
Yeah.
But typically, like, obviously, I always read the query. If the query Sometimes the query is something that I'm like, "Yep, I'm gonna request this right now." I'll always glance at the pages just to make sure they're like, the writing is quality, like it's clearly been polished to a point. But there's sometimes that I'm definitely like, "Yep, I wanna read this, like, right now." There's some where the query brings up questions for me, and then I will have to read the synopsis because sometimes it's things where I'm like, "Oh, like if it goes this way, like I'm invested, but if it goes a different way, I'm not sure." So, probably about 50% of the time I go to the synopsis second, and then I do always read the pages. I don't always read because we request 3 chapters. I don't always read all 3 of them before requesting. I'll read all 3 of them before saying no, but I won't always read all 3 of them. If I'm already, like, in, there's no point in me wasting that time when I'm just gonna read them again.
Right.
So I'll read the first, like, pages and then just request the full at that point.
Oh, that's so interesting. And so, in those first couple pages, when you get there, what is something that will make you? I mean, what are you looking for in those first pages? What is something that you're like, hey, I'm going to request this without having to go into chapter two? Like, what are you looking for?
I'm not looking for anything specific. I'm mostly, like, feeling vibes. Really, I wanna know that the tone matches what I'm expecting from both the query and from the genre.
Hmm?
If they've pitched it as a thriller and I go in and it reads like a rom-com, I'm gonna be like, What is happening here? Like, something's off." Unless it's pitched as, like, a comedic thriller or something, then okay. And that the other thing I'm looking for in the first pages is that something is happening, something interesting. It doesn't have to be, like, a big hook. It doesn't have to be, the catalyst for the whole story, but something has to be going on that I'm like, "Oh, interesting." Like, I would, if it was a TV show, I'd keep watching.